Greetings and salutations, dear viewers. Get ready for some fantastic content. Welcome, curious minds, to our video that explores the ins and outs of Beaminster. Beaminster is a town and civil parish in Dorset, England, approximately 15 miles northwest of the county town Dorchester. It is sited in a bowl-shaped valley near the source of the small River Brit. The population of Beaminster Parish was recorded as 3,177 in the 2021 census. Beaminster is the product of the Anglo-Saxon age, dating back to around the 7th century, when it was known as Bebingmynster, meaning the Church of Bebbe, although the date of origin of the town is unknown. The place name and historic evidence indicates that it was probably the site of a primary Saxon minster church and was at the centre of a large episcopal estate. These are likely to have acted as a focus for a settlement, but evidence of its formation is lacking. In its history, Beaminster has been a centre of manufacture of linen and woollens, the raw materials for which were produced in the surrounding countryside. The town experienced 3 serious fires in the 17th and 18th centuries. The first of these, during the English Civil War, almost destroyed the fabric of the town. Beaminster's parish church, the Church of St Mary, is notable for its architecture, particularly its tower, and is Grade I listed. Prepare yourself for an eye-opening discussion on history in the upcoming portion of this video. In the Domesday Book of 1086, the manor of Beaminster was recorded as being owned by the See of Salisbury. Bishop Osmond gave it as a supplement to 2 of the cathedral prebends in 1091. The parish formed part of Beaminster Forum and Redhone Hundred. In the English Civil War, the town declared for Parliament and was sacked by Royalist forces in 1644. Prince Maurice stayed in the town on Palm Sunday, though his stay was brief because a fire, caused by a musket being discharged into a thatched roof, almost totally destroyed the town. The town suffered further accidental fires in 1684 and 1781. Previously, Beaminster was a centre for the production of linen and woollens. Flax was grown and sheep kept on the surrounding hills, and the town was locally more important than it is today. Factories were constructed in the 18th and early 19th centuries, and as many as 17 inns existed in the town in the early 20th century. No railway line came through Beaminster, and as a result the town declined relative to other local towns such as Bridport and Dorchester. Horn Park, about miles northwest of Beaminster, is a neo-Georgian country house of 5 bays and 2 stories, designed by architect Lawrence Dale and completed in 1911. Inside the house, the central corridor is barrel vaulted and leads to a drawing room whose groin vault is reminiscent of the work of Sir John Soane. The drawing room includes Jacobean features reused from the largely mid-16th century nearby Parnham House, which was being altered and restored at about the time that Horn Park was being built. Horn Park is Grade I listed. Its gardens are occasionally open to the public as part of the National Gardens scheme. Brace yourself for an in-depth analysis as we navigate through geography and its far-reaching implications. Beaminster is sited 50 to above sea level in a bowl-shaped valley, surrounded by hills which rise to 244 metres at Beaminster Down to the northeast. The River Brit and many small streams emerge from springs on the slopes above the town. The confluences of several of these streams are within the town's boundaries. Beaminster's growth has historically been along the course of these streams, resulting in a settlement pattern that is roughly star-shaped. Beaminster is situated approximately 45 miles south of Bristol, 38 miles west of Bournemouth, 35 miles east of Exeter and 15 miles northwest of the county town Dorchester. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of geology and examine its core elements. Beaminster is sited mostly on Middle Jurassic Fuller's earth clay, with some inferior oolite in the south of the town and Bridport Sand Formation north of the town centre. The hills north and east of the town are Cretaceous chalk with a scarp face of Upper Greensand Formation, while those to the south and west are of Bridport Sand Formation. There are several faults running west-northwest to east-southeast through the town and its southern environs. Horn Park Quarry SSS. I produce building stone from the inferior Uwit and some quality fossil specimens before becoming a light industrial estate on the road to Windsor. Apart from the ammonites, the site displays a remarkable flat erosion surface and the most complete succession in the upper Oleanian Ironshit Uwit limestone of the area. Brace yourself for a deep dive into Beaminster Parish as we explore its impact and relevance in our evolving narrative. Dorset County Council's 2013 mid-year estimate of the population of Beaminster Parish is 3,100. The historic population of Beaminster Parish from the census is between 1921 and 2001 is shown in the table below. Class Ricketable style widths. Census population of Beaminster Parish 1921-2001 Styler Textiling Centre. Style Hitux Census 1921, 1931, 1951, 1961, 1971, 1981, 1991, 2001 Styler Textiling Centre population 1,651, 1,612, 1,785, 2,000, 2,000, 350, 2,000, 370, 2,000, 770, 2,000, 920 Source, Dorset County Council. Brace yourself for a deep dive into 2011 census as we explore its impact and relevance in our evolving narrative. Published results from the 2011 National Census combine information on Beaminster Parish with the small neighbouring parish of Mapperton to the southeast. Within this area there were 1,680 dwellings, 1,529 households and a population of 3,136. Without further ado, let's move on to the topic of economy and society. International Flavors and Fragrances. Previously DuPont produced Nisaplen E, a commercial formulation of the natural bacteriocin Nisin, at a factory in the town. It was first isolated by Applin and Barrett and produced in the Urs in the factory laboratory then at North Street. The Clipper Teas Company is based in Beaminster. It is currently owned by the Dutch company Royal Wessenen. Beaminster hosts the Beaminster Festival, an annual music and art festival. Wickham Disc Golf Course at Beaminster has hosted the British Open Disc Golf Championship several times and the European Disc Golf Championship in 2003. The town is twinned with the town of St. James on the Brittany-Normandy border in France. Buckham Fair, a fundraising vintage fair held annually on land near the town, took place for 10 years until the last event in 2018. As of 2020, the fair has been indefinitely postponed. In the following section, we'll be immersing ourselves in the captivating world of transport. The nearest railway station is 5 miles north of the town. Exeter International Airport is 30 miles to the west. The main road through the town is the, which leads to Bridport to the south and Mosterton and Crowken to the north. The road north passes through Hornhill Tunnel, which opened in June 1832 and is the sole pre-railway age road tunnel that is still in daily public use. Get ready for an enlightening exploration as we dig into media and understand its role in the broader context. Local news and television programs are provided by BBC South West and ITV West Country. Television signals are received from the Stockland Hill TV transmitter and local relay transmitter. Beaminster's local radio stations are BBC Radio Solent on 103.8 FM, Heart West on 97.1, Greatest Hits Radio Dorset on 97.2 frequency modulation, and Abai, a community-based station that broadcasts on 107.4 FM. The towns is served by the local newspaper, Dorset Echo. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore governance through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. There are 2 tiers of local government covering Beaminster, at parish, town and unitary authority level, Beaminster Town Council and Dorset Council. The Town Council is based at the Public Hall at 8 Fleet Street. Beaminster is part of the Beaminster ward for elections to Dorset Council. Beaminster is part of the West Dorset constituency for elections to the Parliament of the United Kingdom. Historically, Beaminster was a chapelry within the ancient parish of Netherbury. Beaminster was treated as a separate civil parish from an early date, but remained part of the ecclesiastical parish of Netherbury until 1849. When elected parish and district councils were created in 1894, Beaminster was given a parish council and included in the Beaminster Rural District. The Rural District was abolished in 1974 to become part of the larger West Dorset District, which was in turn abolished in 2019 when the Unitary Dorset Council was established. Brace yourself for an in-depth analysis as we navigate through education and its far-reaching implications. Primary schools in the town include St Mary's Church of England Primary School. Beaminster School is the town's secondary school. It has a combined sixth form with the Sir John Colfax Academy in the nearby town of Bridport. Beaminster is also home to Mountjoy School, co-sharing the site of Beaminster School. Hook Park is the woodland campus of the Architectural Association School of Architecture. As we venture forward, let's examine religion in detail and gain a deeper appreciation for its significance. Beaminster has an Anglican church dedicated to St Mary of the Annunciation and a Catholic church, St John's. St Mary's is notable for its architecture, which is considered among the best in the county. The tower in particular has been described as a handsome example of its period and the glory of Beaminster. St Mary's construction mostly dates from the 15th and 16th centuries, but was restored twice in the 19th. The eastern part of the north aisle incorporates part of an earlier 13th building, and the font bowl is late 12th century. The pulpit is Jacobean. A chapel of ease, Holy Trinity Church, was built in 1849-51. After becoming redundant in 1978, it was converted into a private residence, Trefoil House. Now let's redirect our focus towards in literature and discover its significance in our narrative. Beaminster is referenced as Eminster in the fictional Wessex of Thomas Hardy's Tess of the D'Urbervilles. Dorset's 19th dialect poet William Barnes wrote of Beaminster: "Sweet Beaminster, that bist abound by green and woody hills all round, wi' hedges, reachin' up between 1,000 fields o' summer green." It is a location for part of the story for the post-apocalyptic novel The Day of the Triffids by John Wyndham. Let's transition to notable people and uncover its significance. Beaminster was the boyhood home of the Arctic explorer, naturalist and author Samuel Hearne. Hearne is considered by some to have been the inspiration for the tragic figure in Samuel Taylor Coleridge's The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. Beaminster is the adopted hometown of actor Martin Clunes. Matt Fowler's had his first restaurant, The Wild Garlic, in the town square, though in 2013 it was moved to larger premises elsewhere. Beaminster was also home of Lynn Reed Banks, author of The L-Shaped Room and The Indian in the Cupboard. Both books were filmed. Furniture maker John Mackpeace lives in the town after selling nearby Parnham House. Parnham was the home of William Barnard Rhodes Moorhouse, the first airman to receive the Victoria Cross. Brace yourself for a captivating discussion on twin towns as we explore its nuances and implications. Beaminster is twinned with St James, Normandy, France. If you have any suggestions for future videos, feel free to drop them in the comment section.